Well, hi everybody. Today I have a very special guest. I'm so glad to bring you Lacey Blayze. Hi Lacey, how you doing today?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. We haven't done one of these in over 6 months, so I'm so excited to do a character connection with you, especially because we just shot something a couple of months ago towards the film.
Yes.
Yeah, just to update the people watching, we're almost ready to finalize the last few scenes of our film in April or May or maybe June, basically late spring of 2025, which is what we're in now. And Lacey's been a part of the film for a little while, but she finally got to come on set. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about your experience when you came to Rochester, New York, and actually tell us where you are right now.
Yeah. So right now, I'm living in Southern California, in the LA area. And coming to Rochester to film a movie was amazing to me because I've never been to New York. And to actually leave, the Hollywood land of films to come to Rochester, I liked that because it's like you can make a movie anywhere, so it's not, it felt like really out of the box. And so coming out there was awesome. I got to meet, the cast that we worked with and the crew and meet you finally in person.
Yeah,
And such a great time. I remember going over my lines, being really nervous.
yeah,
It turned out
yeah,
great.
it was. And what's the character's name that you play?
So I play April Nerf, who is a model. Um, and the main character, Rick, he shot her. And
Don't give
yeah,
away too much.
I don't want to give away any secrets.
No, that's cool. Now, I think you're going to be in three total scenes, but we shot only one scene that you're in. I don't know if you had a chance to look at the latest release where I have you scurrying about a little faster than normal.
I saw the speed up thing. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah, because it's supposed to be a dream sequence, and each character in the dream sequence has a certain attribute that is sort of supernatural, I guess, right? So yours is a scurry, scurry, scurry. So So tell me a little bit about you as a model and as a businesswoman. From what I understand, you run a few different businesses. You have a podcast show. What kind of things can you tell us about you?
So I've been a freelance model for almost 8 years now. And I've done a ton of different genres, mostly lingerie, but I also have walked, at Fashion Week and done like kink modeling. And then I also mentor new models, girls who want to be models, and I teach workshops for that. I run a photography studio in Pomona, and we rent out the space. We also do like session photography. I also am co-owner of a magazine that's similar to Playboy, where we shoot models and we also make sure to include articles, not just articles about, what's going on or what have you, but articles about the models, whether it's a bio or just something so you can get to know the model, because our vision for the magazine, it's called Midnight Nation, was to not just be another picture book of hot girls. It was to actually, learn about the model because we're people too. Like we're so used to being just photographed and that's that. But it's really cool when you get to know like a model maybe you look up to or a guy thinks is hot and he, can go a little deeper and peel away those layers and say, hey, she likes skateboarding. I like skateboarding. Like that's cool. Like, just get to know the girls. So
Yeah.
I do
That's
that.
an amazing amount of things that so far, but I want to know, in that sense, because you run these different businesses, are you just busy 7 days a week, all day long?
Oh, I pretty much have to work 24/7 because it's just me. So, I'm the scheduler, I'm the producer, I'm the lighting person, I'm the host, I'm the model, I'm the interviewer. Like I wear all the hats. And so I'm the editor too of everything I
Yeah.
do. And
Wow.
I also do web design and development. So I create the websites for everything I do and the graphics.
I was going to ask you,
And
because you have like a journalism background, a marketing graphics background, so you've kind of gone to school for that and you've developed that over the years too, right?
Yeah, I started out in web design when I was 13. I taught myself HTML because I was doing it was like a newsletter for teens by teens. I had teens all over the United States writing articles for me, and we were sending it out through like AOL email
Mhm.
um back in the days of like the dial-up. But it grew too big to where we had too many people, like teens, that wanted that newsletter, so I had to make a website. And at 13 years old, I was like, well, what do I do? I did my research and I ended up figuring out I can build, website and have a space where everyone's article can go. And that was like my first attempts at, I guess, an online magazine and web design. I mean, all of the things that I do now to this day, I had to combine them at 13 years old and figured out how to do this business. So that was pretty
Now,
cool.
that's amazing. So you're not only beautiful, but you have brains and you know how to put both to use in a business way to earn money, and that's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you actually build a following? How does a person build a following? It sounds like you might have some knowledge as to how you built your following.
Yes. Well, social media obviously is your friend. You have to optimize your profiles so that they're attractive. So depending on what kind of audience you want to attract or what kind of brand you want to build, you need to make sure that your profile is sticking out for that, that particular audience and like whatever your niche is. You want to stand out. You don't want to be the same as everyone else. So I always try to come up with like creative ideas. You don't always have to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes you can just improve on something, make it better, but I don't want to be a copier, follower. I want to be a leader. So I always try to just be as creative as possible. But posting consistently is important.
Mhm.
Um, Networking with people that are in your industry and also maybe kind of like right outside your industry, like maybe like, fashion. I mean, that's obviously it's not part of modeling, but we work with fashion designers, if we're modeling on the runway or whatever. So yeah, a lot of networking, commenting, following, and then just stay consistent with it. You'll see growth, if you just keep going.
Have you wanted to be an actress as well as a model for a while? And was this the first film that you attempted to do that?
So I wanted to be an actress since I can remember. As a little girl, my mom told me I always had a different name. I was always acting like a different person. Like I was Lydia for a while from Beetlejuice and carried around like a paper skeleton and like a bat. I would tell her my name was Catherine and I had an accent, but I was like 4. I don't know how I came up with that. I was just always being different people, and I realized, as I grew up, it's acting. It's role playing, um, becoming someone else, for fun. I really enjoyed that, and so that's always been my passion. Modeling just kind of fell into my lap. Um, it has become a passion, but it wasn't always a passion. And I am very glad that I did run into it because it's what has allowed me to catapult into acting, meet people in the acting industry. Versus if I hadn't been modeling, I probably wouldn't know, the people that I know now.
What do you think of the topic of the film? As you know, it's about addiction and recovery. What do you think about the fact that there's no shame that's talking about a healthy sexual lifestyle, but also that some people might have an addictive aspect to it, and that's what we're trying to reach is folks to kind of look at that. What do you think about that whole realm?
I think it's amazing because it feels like right at home for me. Like I kind of live in that world, so to speak. Not that I'm like a married man who has a sex addiction, but just the whole, you know, being an actual model, and being around, these men that are at these group shoots that, some of them their wives don't know what they're doing, and some of them it's just everyone's got their own story. And so to be able to portray or be involved with a story that's, coming out on the screen and portraying something that is really true to life, like it's very, very real, um, is it's really cool because it's, you're telling someone's story, helping that vision come to life, and it's real and it's raw and it
Yeah.
can help people.
Exactly. And that's what I'm all about. Of course, that's why I say we make movies about life at Westwood Studios. So, what was it like to be on set? Tell me a little bit more about that. You talked a little bit about people, but I know you met Colin and you met a couple other people. Colin, who plays Rick, of course. So, what was that like meeting the other ladies and being on set that day?
I kept to myself kind of. I didn't have a chance to talk to the other girls. I did talk to Colin a little bit, because we had the scenes together.
Mhm.
But I loved being on set. It was so exciting. You just watch everything happen. And then I got asked to do the slate, which was awesome.
Cool.
Because I've always seen that and I never knew what the numbers or anything meant. So I got to learn that. And I honestly, I want to learn, I mean, every position that there is, that would be great, because in modeling, they say, like, if you learn photography, it makes you a better model. So
Right.
in acting, or if you learn all the other things, which is a lot more when it comes to production, like, producing a movie. But even just one thing, like slating, that was cool. That was awesome.
I'm doing a new fundraising campaign, and if you're watching this video, you probably found it through the fundraising campaign. So thanks for being part of that, if you're watching that. But Lacey came up with the name, the Forbidden Clicks. So I thought that was cool that you came up with the name of that because I was just calling it a date for Anya in the past, but I'm like, it should have a catchy name so that people say, "Oh, let me check that out." So I guess you had kind of have a gift for words as well as modeling.
Yeah, I am also a writer. I've been writing stories, books, poems since I was little.
Mhm.
Which obviously ties into journalism, but just I love to write. Like, I've written a lot of books actually that I've lost, which sucks because I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I put a lot of time and effort into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Wonderful.
mean,
Yeah.
having a book published would be great, but it's not my focus. Monday.
But you do want to do some script writing and screenwriting, right? So that's kind of
Yes.
cool.
Yeah. I've got an idea right now currently for a script that I want to write. So
Good.
I'm looking at doing that.
So, Lacey, what is the best way to find your content or your website or what you want to share with people?
So the best way is probably to first find me on Instagram. That's where I have my main following, and my Instagram is just my name. It's Lacey Blayze. Um, and it's not. I mean, I spell it kind of weird. LACEYBLAYZE. So if you go to my Instagram, I also have in my bio a link that goes to my link tree. I think it's like lacylinks.com/mylinks. But just go to the link in the bio on my Instagram and it'll take you to a whole nother page with links to other platforms that I'm on, other projects that I'm doing, like podcasts that's on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and my YouTube channel that I've been working on, where I do another live show called Model Vision, interviewing people in the industry.
Yeah, thanks for telling me about all these projects and things that you do. And I was happy to be on your live show when you came to Rochester back in October 2024. So it was great. You interviewed me about the film. You talked about a few elements that were just fantastic. And then we played some drinking game at the end. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, I was really excited to have you on Model Vision because you're a great, person to interview. You had a lot of knowledge, and I got a lot of good reviews on that episode. And it's on my YouTube channel, so you can check that out.
So thank you, Lacey. This has been fantastic. Get to know you, get to know your craft, get to understand your passion and involvement in our film. And I can't thank you enough for being part of it. Now I'm going to put down on the screen at the end how people can reach you on the various links that you've mentioned during the show. But is there anything else you want to say here at the end?
I just want to say thank you so much for taking a chance on an unknown actress, because that's what you did. I haven't been in a background role in a bunch of movies. This is kind of like my first movie, and I have a speaking role, and that's amazing. So thank you so much. Like, I am
Absolutely.
forever grateful.
You're doing a great job. Thank you. Thank you as well.
Alright. So yeah, it might be on there. All right. I'm scared.
Yeah.
So should I change it to gallery?
Change it to gallery. Yes. Yep.
Okay. I'm on the bottom now.
Good, yeah, because that way, if I'm on the top, then I'm where your camera is, right?
Yeah.
Closer.
Oh,
Okay.
that's I see what you did there.
Yeah. The hell's wrong with my hair?
Seen. You're looking at your hair. I'm looking at this.
Oh, are you
Well,
wearing your pendant? Oh, you're amazing. Thank you for wearing it for the
I
show.
love it.
Are you wearing it a lot, or you just wear it for the
Yeah,
show?
no, I wear it a
Oh,
lot. Okay, yeah, no, I like on the spot questions.
all right, good. All right, well then, I'm sorry we don't have any rosé.
Tell me what you want me to do, and I'll help.
Sure. I'll put that on the screen when you say it, so I'll cut you short of saying what the name of it is. It's cool, that sentence. Give myself.
Uh,
That's why I'm making the film. It's because I have a pressing to do so. It's not like I'm trying to strive in my own ego to do it. I feel like
yeah.
it's something that it needs to be said. So that's why I'm doing it. You're into the AI email because you like robots. Yeah.
Oh, I'm terrified of robots. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot.
I'm not. No, no.
It's going to be interesting. Someday you're going to see AI is actually the brain of a robot.
I'm terrified. When I'm in LA, they have the ones that roll down the street that deliver the food.
Yeah.
It happened a couple months ago. I got stuck inside a restaurant because I was
Oh,
gonna come out and two were gonna roll by, and I was like, I would not go outside until they rolled on by and went across the street. They wait for the light. Like, how do they do
really?
that?
How do they know?
I
That's
don't know. It's creepy. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. No, that's stupid. At the end, we'll cut off before I said bye, everybody.
Jazz hands.
Jazz. Bam, 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 bam.